I'm Skylar Swift, I'm 24 years old, and I use he, him, and they, them pronouns. I'm a transgender man. That means when I was born, I was designated female at birth by my doctor. I was 13 years old. Yeah, it was a really interesting moment. Like, theoretically, I had been prepped, like my mom had given me the, Guide to Your Changing Body book, but somehow, it hit, and I was like, oh my god, I'm dying. It was a pretty terrible experience for me, not only because I realized around 9 that I didn't want to be a woman, and so that was kind of an ongoing source of some distress for me as a kid, but my periods were so painful because of my cramps that I would throw up and have to miss days of school, so they were really this horrible burden on me back when I was a tween to teen. I started kind of learning more about transgender identity around 15, but 16 is when I really formally came out and started kind of the journey of altering my gender expression to better suit my identity and pursuing hormones, although I didn't access those until I was 18. It's still pretty regular, which is interesting, but it's much lighter, it's much less painful. Even though, I still don't enjoy getting it necessarily, it was so much more tolerable, and I almost felt like I was having it more on my terms, because even if I don't want to menstruate, and I do fully intend to get a hysterectomy, I was having them as a person and in a body that were so much truer to myself. It didn't feel like I was being saddled with the burden of a womanhood I didn't want. It felt like it was just a fact of my body, and my body was my own. It didn't belong to this, conceptual, idealized woman that society and my parents wanted for me. When I was 20 was the first time I tried a menstrual cup, actually. I liked it, but it was something that took getting used to. I think actually the mini June cup was amazingly helpful, because a common effect of HRT is that your cervix shrinks, essentially. So I figured out that using the smallest size possible was much more comfortable. The act of having a very non-gendered, unobtrusive, reusable cup really helps with treating menstruation not as this invalidating thing, but as just a fact of your body. I also really like the ball at the end. I think that's a lot more comfortable than the kind of stick designs on some other cups I've tried. I've been recommending the mini cup to a lot of other transmasculine people, and it seems to be really helpful. The response to the initial ads with me in them was just really, really amazing. It was extremely heartwarming to see both other trans people and cis women so happy to see me in a space that centered menstruation. It made me feel very welcome. So thank y'all so much.